On a quiet Sunday morning in Ohio, 65-year-old Richard woke up feeling completely normal, just like any other day. He made himself a familiar cup of coffee and sipped it peacefully as the day began. But just minutes later, he suddenly collapsed to the floor from a massive heart attack, sending his entire family into panic. When he arrived at the hospital, doctors uncovered a shocking truth. The cause wasn't a rare disease or a genetic mutation. It was a daily habit, something seemingly harmless that he had repeated for years. It turns out the trigger was a common morning beverage still consumed by millions of Americans over 60, completely unaware that it may be silently clogging their arteries and pushing them closer to a heart event. In this video, I'll reveal what Richard should have been drinking to protect his heart, along with a list of the top 10 doctor-recommended beverages that help cleanse the arteries and support cardiovascular health. This could be one of the simplest yet most important changes you ever make for your heart. Top 10. Kombucha. It might sound a little unusual, but kombucha, a naturally fermented tea, is one of the most heart-friendly drinks you can include in your diet. Thanks to its rich content of probiotics, kombucha supports gut health, which is closely linked to inflammation levels, cholesterol, and long-term heart disease risk, especially in seniors looking to improve overall senior health and wellness. A study published in the Journal of Medicinal Food in 2014 showed that kombucha can inhibit the oxidation of LDL cholesterol, the bad cholesterol that contributes to plaque buildup in arteries, leading to atherosclerosis, chest pain, and eventually stroke or heart attack. In another animal study, kombucha was given to hypertensive rats, and within just 30 days, it helped lower their blood pressure by 12% on average. This benefit was linked to kombucha's ability to boost natural nitric oxide production, helping the blood vessels relax and improving endothelial function. But it doesn't stop there. The live cultures in kombucha, such as Lactobacillus plantarum and Saccharomyces, may help reduce systemic inflammation, which plays a key role in forming blood clots, one of the main causes of ischemic stroke. That said, not all kombucha is created equal. Many store-bought brands are packed with sugar, and excess sugar is one of the top dietary causes of stroke and heart attack. So choose low-sugar or unsweetened kombucha, preferably home-brewed, to avoid unwanted additives and support a truly heart-healthy lifestyle. If you've never tried kombucha before, this could be a simple, effective, and science-backed way to start your journey toward cleaner arteries and better cardiovascular health. And this is only the beginning. Top 9. Black coffee. Coffee is the second most consumed beverage in the world, right after water. But here's what most people, especially seniors, don't know. Black coffee, when consumed properly, can help protect your arteries and reduce the risk of both stroke and heart attack. The secret lies in its antioxidants, particularly chlorogenic acid, a powerful polyphenol found in coffee beans. These compounds help prevent the oxidation of LDL cholesterol, which is one of the key processes that lead to plaque buildup, arterial stiffness, and eventually heart disease or an ischemic stroke. A large-scale study published in Circulation, the official journal of the American Heart Association, followed over 83,000 women for nearly 25 years, and the results were eye-opening. Those who drank 2 to 3 cups of black coffee per day had a 19% lower risk of stroke compared to non-coffee drinkers. Another study in South Korea, involving more than 25,000 participants, found that drinking 3 to 5 cups per day significantly reduced coronary artery calcification, a major marker of future heart attack risk. But here's the catch. How you drink your coffee matters. Don't add sugar. Avoid heavy creamers and artificial additives. And if you're sensitive to caffeine, choose decaf. Just as important, moderation is key. Stick to 2 to 3 cups a day. It's the sweet spot where the benefits shine without overstimulating the heart. For older adults building better heart-healthy habits, this simple change can make a big impact on long-term cardiovascular wellness without changing your entire lifestyle. A small daily ritual that could protect your arteries for years to come. And the next drink on our list, it might surprise you even more. Top 8. Apple cider vinegar, small but mighty for stroke prevention. Apple cider vinegar has long been praised as a natural remedy with wide-ranging health benefits, but what many people don't realize is that just 1 tablespoon a day may significantly support cardiovascular wellness. The secret? Acetic acid, the key compound in apple cider vinegar, has been shown to help lower blood pressure, stabilize blood sugar levels, and improve insulin sensitivity, a crucial factor in reducing the risk of type 2 diabetes, which is one of the leading causes of stroke and heart disease. In one study published in the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition, consuming apple cider vinegar alongside a high-carb meal reduced post-meal blood sugar spikes by 34%, a major win for arterial health and stroke prevention. Another 12-week study found that individuals who took 2 teaspoons of apple cider vinegar daily saw improvements in fasting glucose, insulin resistance, HOMA-IR index, and blood lipid profiles, including lower triglycerides, a major risk factor for coronary artery disease and mini heart attacks. What's more, acetic acid helps inhibit fat accumulation in the liver, indirectly improving cholesterol balance and supporting healthy aging through better metabolic function. That said, how you take it matters. Always dilute 1 to 2 teaspoons in a glass of water and drink it before meals. Avoid drinking it straight, as it's acidic and can erode tooth enamel or irritate the esophagus. Use a straw and rinse your mouth afterward to protect your teeth. Apple cider vinegar may not be the most pleasant drink, but if you're looking for a simple, affordable way to support artery health, this is one natural medicine worth considering. The benefits are real, but the next drink on this list might be even more familiar than you'd expect.
Top 6. Lemon water. Don't let its simplicity fool you. A glass of lemon water each morning might be one of the easiest and most effective ways to protect your heart and arteries, especially for older adults focused on senior wellness and stroke prevention. Lemons are rich in vitamin C and antioxidant compounds known as flavonoids, particularly hesperidin and eriocitrin. These nutrients have been shown to prevent damage to the endothelial lining of your blood vessels, reduce chronic low-grade inflammation, and improve vascular elasticity, all of which help lower the risk of high blood pressure, ischemic stroke, and heart attack. A study published in the European Journal of Nutrition 2021 found that drinking lemon water during meals helped reduce post-meal blood sugar spikes by up to 30% by increasing stomach acidity and slowing carbohydrate absorption. Why does that matter? Because blood sugar spikes contribute to inflammation and plaque buildup in tiny arteries, especially in the brain and heart. Keeping glucose stable is key to long-term brain stroke prevention and overall vascular health. On top of that, lemon water has a mild alkalizing effect, helping your body combat oxidative stress, a major trigger for both stroke and heart disease, particularly in aging adults. Just 1 lemon a day can help support your arteries without expensive medications or complicated supplements. It's simple, it's natural, and it works. But we're not done yet. The drinks ahead are even stronger. Top 6. Hibiscus tea. Hibiscus, also known as roselle or sour tea, has been used in traditional medicine for centuries. But only recently has modern science started to uncover its full cardiovascular power, especially for those looking to naturally lower high blood pressure and protect against stroke and heart disease. What makes hibiscus tea special is its high content of anthocyanins, powerful antioxidants that give it its deep red color. These compounds help relax blood vessels, reduce inflammation within the arteries, improve lipid profiles, and regulate blood pressure, all of which are vital for senior health and healthy aging. A landmark study published in the Journal of Nutrition found that drinking 2 to 3 cups of hibiscus tea daily for 6 weeks led to an average reduction of 7.2 millimeters in systolic blood pressure and 3.1 millimeters in diastolic pressure. To put that into perspective, that's comparable to the effect of some mild blood pressure medications, but completely natural with no side effects.
Even better, hibiscus tea has also been shown to lower LDL cholesterol, reduce triglycerides, and prevent plaque buildup in arteries, which are the direct causes of both ischemic stroke and heart attack. For older adults or anyone managing hypertension, this is one of the safest and most effective heart-healthy habits you can adopt. Just a few cups a day and your arteries will thank you. But the drink at number 5 might surprise you even more.
Top 5. Ginger tea, a spice that quietly protects your arteries every day. Ginger has been used for thousands of years in traditional medicine to support digestion, reduce inflammation, and warm the body. But what many people, even health-conscious seniors, don't know is that ginger tea is also a powerful ally for your heart and blood vessels. The reason lies in its key bioactive compounds, gingerol and shogal. These natural substances are known for their strong anti-inflammatory effects, antioxidant properties, and a unique ability to support heart muscle function and electrical conductivity, all vital for preventing heart attack and stroke. In a clinical study published in Complementary Therapies in Medicine, people with type 2 diabetes were given 2 grams of ginger daily for 12 weeks. The results were impressive. Hemoglobin A1C, a measure of long-term blood sugar, dropped by 10%. C-reactive protein, a key marker of inflammation, decreased by 28%. And cholesterol profiles significantly improved. Why does this matter? Because chronic inflammation and blood sugar instability are 2 of the most dangerous silent threats to your arteries. They accelerate plaque formation, arterial damage, and eventually lead to stroke or heart attack. Even more impressive, ginger has antiplatelet properties, meaning it helps prevent blood clots, which are a direct cause of ischemic stroke, especially in older adults. So, if you're looking to add one more natural habit to your senior health routine, a cup of ginger tea a day may be one of the simplest yet most protective choices. And now, we enter the top 4, where the most powerful names await. Top 4. Chlorella. Chlorella is a single-celled freshwater green algae, often called a superfood for good reason. It's packed with nutrients like vitamin C, B12, iron, folate, potassium, magnesium, and especially chlorophyll, the natural compound that supports detoxification in the body. But what makes chlorella stand out on this list is its unique ability to bind and eliminate heavy metals from the bloodstream. Why is this important? Because heavy metals can accumulate in artery walls, causing chronic inflammation, endothelial damage, and speeding up the development of atherosclerosis, one of the main causes of stroke and heart disease. In a 2014 study published in the Nutrition Journal, participants who took 5 grams of chlorella daily for 4 weeks showed significantly lower blood pressure, reduced LDL, bad cholesterol, and overall improvements in lipid profiles, which are key indicators of heart attack risk. Another study from Japan found that chlorella reduced arterial stiffness in older adults, helping lower their risk of ischemic stroke, hypertension, and cardiovascular disease. What makes it even more appealing for senior health is this. Chlorella works gently and naturally. No sudden drops in blood pressure, no harsh side effects like some prescription medications. So, if you're looking for a natural, nutrient-dense way to support artery cleansing and healthy aging, chlorella is one of the most underrated tools you can add to your routine. And from here on, the list gets serious.
Top 3. Pomegranate juice, with 3x the antioxidant power of green tea. If you're looking for a delicious, easy-to-drink way to protect your arteries, pomegranate juice might just be the perfect option, especially for anyone concerned about stroke, heart attack, or healthy aging. Pomegranate is rich in polyphenols, especially a unique compound called punicolagen, one of the most powerful natural antioxidants known. It's been shown to reduce inflammation in the arterial walls, prevent the oxidation of LDL cholesterol, and increase blood flow to the heart, helping reduce the risk of ischemia, angina, and stroke. A clinical trial published in Clinical Nutrition revealed that after drinking 50 milliliters of pure pomegranate juice daily for 3 months, patients with coronary artery disease experienced a 30% reduction in carotid artery wall thickness, IMT, a key marker of plaque regression, and a 17% improvement in blood flow to the heart. That's not all. Multiple small studies in the UK and Israel have also shown that pomegranate juice can lower systolic blood pressure by 5 to 10 millimeters mercury in just a few weeks, a meaningful drop for anyone with hypertension or at risk of stroke and heart disease. But here's the catch: not all pomegranate juices on store shelves are created equal. Important tips for seniors and health-conscious consumers. Always choose 100% pure pomegranate juice with no added sugar and no preservatives. Avoid pomegranate-flavored drinks or blends. They often contain very little real fruit and a lot of added sugar, which can raise stroke risk. When used properly, pomegranate juice isn't just a tasty treat. It's a powerful natural shield against arterial aging, oxidative stress, and circulatory damage. But we're still not at the fastest-acting vasodilator on this list. Top 2. Beetroot juice, the secret weapon for natural artery expansion. With its bold red color and earthy taste, beetroot juice isn't just eye-catching. It's one of the most powerful natural drinks for supporting healthy blood pressure, improving circulation to the brain and heart, and reducing the risk of stroke and heart attack. The secret lies in beet's high natural nitrate content. Once consumed, these nitrates are converted into nitric oxide, a molecule that relaxes and dilates blood vessels, increases blood flow, and reduces the pressure placed on arterial walls. A study published in Hypertension, the Journal of the American Heart Association, found that just 1 glass, 250 ml, of beetroot juice reduced systolic blood pressure by an average of 10 millimeters mercury within 24 hours. Another study on older adults showed that after drinking beetroot juice for just 2 weeks, blood flow to the brain increased significantly, a key factor in reducing the risk of stroke and age-related cognitive decline. But the benefits don't stop there. The natural nitrates in beets also help reduce arterial stiffness, improve endothelial function, and help your arteries respond more flexibly to changes in blood pressure, essential for senior cardiovascular health and healthy aging. One quick note: beet juice may cause reddish urine or stool. This is completely harmless and nothing to worry about. A glass a day can do more than boost energy. It can help keep your arteries young, flexible, and clean like a smooth-flowing river.
Top 1. Pure water. The simplest, yet most powerful drink of all. This may not be the answer you expected. No color, no flavor, no flashy marketing. But pure water is the single most powerful drink for keeping your arteries clean and preventing stroke and heart attack, especially as we age. Nothing can replace water. Every cell in your body, including the endothelial cells lining your arteries, needs proper hydration to function optimally. When you don't drink enough water, your blood becomes thicker, circulation slows, blood pressure rises, and your risk of blood clots, the #1 cause of ischemic stroke, increases. A study published in the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that people who drank less than 1.2 liters of water daily had a 45% higher risk of stroke than those who stayed well hydrated. Beyond stroke prevention, water also helps flush toxins from your bloodstream, maintain electrolyte balance, regulate blood pressure, and support your liver and kidneys, the organs responsible for purifying your blood and supporting cardiovascular health. No juice, no super drink, no supplement can make up for a daily lack of clean water. Sometimes the most powerful solution is the simplest one. And water, the foundation of life, is also your first line of defense for a healthy heart and resilient arteries. You've just gone through the top 10 most powerful drinks to help clean your arteries and prevent stroke and heart attack. Some of them may have surprised you. Others might be things you've known, but perhaps underestimated. But one thing they all have in common: they are scientifically proven to support your heart and promote long-term health and longevity. And here's the best part: you don't need to start with all 10 at once. Just one small change a day can go a long way.
a glass of beetroot juice in the morning, a cup of hibiscus tea instead of soda, a spoonful of diluted apple cider vinegar before your meal. These simple habits, done consistently, can transform your health, not overnight, but in 5 years, 10 years, or for the rest of your life. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button to let me know that heart health truly matters to you. Leave a comment below. Have you tried any of the drinks on this list? What's your experience been like? And don't forget to subscribe, because in the next video, I'll reveal 7 silent artery clogging foods that many people eat every single day without even realizing the risk.